Brian, let's take Turbo Timby up for a fly, shall we? What's that mean? Grr. Taking my Mobius action cam for a fly. There it goes. Coming out. Taking off. I should probably check control surfaces. I would have never, ever made a great private pilot. I wouldn't have. Just met Cliff, or re-met Cliff. He's a local attorney. All right.
5 minutes.
Got a little more up in this than I like. Crap, that thing's high. So it's new, nothing from yesterday. Just getting a little jazzed. It's low pass. It's getting 14 days from leaving. And we are completely jazzed about it. Can't happen quick enough. The last week is a crunch, man. We move out of our house and into the rig, and I'm gonna go ahead. I've got checklists for everything because yes, I am that pedantic. But yeah, we got to move out of the house. I shut the house down, water, electric, just the essentials. And then got to move into the rig, because when we get back, we're only going to be back home for a few days. And we roll. I think, back long enough for my wife to see she's got to see a dermatologist every 90 days. In fact, what we're going to end up doing is establishing a dermatologist in Maine. Landing.
One minute.
Clear. Well, Eric, I'm glad you approved. Hey guys, I'm back again for another fly. I stole the good battery sensor off of here and utilized it on something else, and regrettably, oh wait a minute, regrettably didn't replace it. So yeah, damn it. So we're just gonna do it on the fly, so to speak. Coming out. The brake is on that thing. But yeah, you might hear it yelling at me a bit. We're gonna stay on the other side of this guy. Taking off. This is the king of thrust angles here. It's a little squirrely. These are like $35 on sale, and I've gotten so much enjoyment out of it. Yeah, the right eye, they tell me, is snowballing is the term they used to describe my cataracts. And I don't notice it yet, but I guess eventually I am going to have to get it fixed here in the next year or two. Kid did his first full day at his home station. Station 11, and the firefighter paramedic, and he's all proud that he was put in a bid and was accepted to that station. I don't have a timer on this, and this will be the only time I fly it, so we're going to guesstimate. It's a inefficient ESC engine set up here, so it's fun talking with Cliff. Cliff is a pro tem attorney for a local city here where we're at, and contracts, I guess, for a bunch of other places as well. He says that he'll be 65 soon and will work another 2 years, and then he's done. I flew this and all my other planes, just about every other plane, FPV, I think, except for that T-28 that I have hanging on the wall. Here comes the sun, Christ. Yeah, you pray for a cloud deck early, but not so much. a fast little joker. It's not quite a meter, I don't think. That makes me think of an old guy out here, Bo. He used to love the ugly stick. It was big and he could see it. And we're gonna do something foolish and fly above the sun. I'll make another turn for my pal Oz Ox. I don't know really how long I've been up, so let's line up, shall we? Maybe 3 minutes. It's such a lovely plane. It's got that fake motor on it, so I never see that anymore. So if we can not murder it, that would be good. Landing! Hell yeah. Clear! Yeah, the brake's on. Back in a few. Hey guys, your pal Brian again. I have not flown the Texumo in forever. And fair warning, generally this ends in about, I don't know, it'd be wrong to say a third. A third of the time this ends up in disaster. Coming out! Well, let's try it anyway, huh? The old Texumo. Taking off. I would not have bet. I would not have bet. Take some more. That stupid thing. And it'll fly for 20 minutes. I will grow bored of it before I get home. Holy crap. I think Ooh is gonna love this. You gotta be careful, you drop that joker down, it'll stall. As best I can remember. Actually doing pretty good. The ESC in here, a little backstory. My buddy from Australia, so nice. He's a private pilot for an individual, Texumo, in Australia, and he ate up my money. It's back before he got married. And we flew helicopters together initially. Texumo!
8 minutes.
And God, this is probably 15 years ago. And I said something on a Blather video about wanting to get into airplanes, and he says, his name's Rob. We knew each other from RC Universe. He says, Brian, send me your address, no questions asked. And I was comfortable enough with him, and I did. And he sends me a Clouds Fly. Which is a little top rotor motor airplane, like the Bixler. Picture the Bixler. And he says to me,
7 minutes.
it's all yours, enjoy, sends me everything to include a battery. And I had not flown an airplane before. I'm all helicopters, and when you send the helicopter out and it gets too far, you just stop it and bring it back, right? Well, I did not realize that airplanes required forward motion. Take some off. To maintain lift. I did not get that memo. Take some off. So I immediately drilled it. And I put it back together, and I had a friend of mine go to fly it, and he drilled it. And then
6 minutes.
it was no more. But I harvested the parts off of it, the ESC and the motor. And Bruce Simpson was doing one of these. And I thought, well, shoot, I'll just do that. They're cheap, 35, 40 bucks. And that's what I did. And I followed Bruce Simpson's advice on how to build one of these. And you mix some crazy stuff in there, and it'll help the wing out and keep it durable. And he was right. He was not right, though, about my inability to crash it. I crashed it about 300 times. That nose has been literally glued on a dozen times with, maybe more. So it sits there at the house, and I never fly it.
5 minutes.
And I decided yesterday to take this thing out for a fly. And now you have these little tiny cameras you can put on them. A friend of mine, has one of these. See if I can go under the sun here. This is so foolish. Pretty good. Take some off.
4 minutes.
All right, I've been up in the air about 6 minutes. So let's bring her in. Landing. Maybe. I'm gonna land it in the grass and not kill it. The battery's up front, so it's so hard on it. I'll take it.
Throttle.
Oh, cool. Mash the nose off of it again. Take some more. See ya. use the term we're back. I'm back. The old stalwart.
Throttle active.
Taking off! Isn't that beautiful out there? See if I can remember how to get this thing out of, ooh, yeah, crazy rates. Need to take the rates off of here. What is it?
Stabilization off.
Okay, forward. And you flip the other one and it goes into a different mode. Goes into a rescue mode. So nice to fly without stabilization. And you know, Dale, if you're listening, which, gosh, I joke about this, but oh, you're a maniac listening to my blather. It's literally the musings of an old fuddy-duddy. Dude. But stabilization is awesome for people like me that don't fly enough to be, frankly, proficient. And I like mine because it can be attenuated. Although what I do see now is that our friends at Free Sky, I don't know if the stabilized receivers are available anymore. I think I might have saw one on Alibaba or something like that. But I love those things, and I don't think they sell them anymore. Well, I can't find them on Amazon, and that was where I bought my last couple. So that kind of bums me out a little bit because I love these things. And when you take it off of stabilization, or wind mitigation as they say, it comes alive. Just a much better flying aircraft. It's fun talking with Virginia Bareback Boy the other day via text. He's a maniac. He told me a dad joke and it was funny. Just love this thing. Yeah, that'll be interesting. There's a couple of things I won't be doing for about 2 months, starting in 2 weeks. And that's driving or flying radio control. That's not completely true. Once I get into Scotland, my junk is going to fly. I wonder if they'll let me fly Stonehenge. I think the answer to that one's not just no, but hell no. Minute 19. So yeah, Cliff's a nice guy. Met him out here. He and I have some mutual friends, and local attorney there again. Landing.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Back in a few.
I'm back.
All right. So you know how you get the voice in live when you hit your timer? Yes, I do. Now it's going to start hollering out.
So you got the 360 on there?
Sir? No, not on this one.
Not on that one?
In fact, the one I had before, come on out and we'll visit. I want to see if there's a Hank update. The one I had before is the size of, what, a Buick Electra? I bought it used from a friend of mine. I don't know, you may have a friend, you may be this guy, but what he does is he has to have,
360, that was neat.
he has to have the newest, bestest everything. So what I get his hand-me-downs. But they make one now the size of your thumb.
Do you? Those one you sent me with the 360, it's, you know, going around, I was like, man, that is cool.
And for $300, you can have one just like it. But I'm so cheap, and see, I fly on the water all the time, right?
Yeah.
So my concern is that
Throttle active. Throttle active.
make sure I'm on stabilize first.
Stabilization off. Stabilization on.
Taking off. My concern is
Stabilization off.
that I would immediately on its maiden take that 360 cam out and drill it. Is there nobody out there? Good.
No.
So yeah, it's cool as hell, and it's made by a company called Insta360, and I highly recommend them. You can put them on your airplane. Did any update on our pal Hank?
Yep, called him yesterday. He started driving Sunday.
What?
Yep.
Did we alert the news?
Yeah, and he was taking, at the time I called him, he was taking Betty to the doctor for a checkup.
That's fantastic news, man.
Yeah, so I asked him, I said, when are you coming out? And he said, soon. You know, he just started driving yesterday, well, Sunday.
Is he still using a cane, I hope?
I didn't question
And
that.
he didn't volunteer,
He
so.
was driving and talking, and so I said, okay, I'll just let you go. I was just checking on you. So,
Well, I am pleased to hear that, man.
yeah, so it'd probably be a week, maybe a week or two, you might come out.
11.8 volts.
These airplanes have, I cheat because I don't fly consistently and I'm a pussy and whatever. But on some of my airplanes, particularly these little ones, I put a stabilizer on them. And it's nice to fly it without the stabilizer, you know, when it's not real windy. The other thing this radio has is, that I love, is called
11.7.
Insta-Trim. So,
You just push a button.
yep, these little foamies. Now you flew it yesterday, and now you're flying it today, and that bitch is out of trim. So, rather than having to go wrestle for your buttons that you never use, you just flip a switch and it's trimmed out. And I just did that a second ago. And I don't know why that's not on every radio,
11.6 volts.
but these open TX radios, they damn sure do it. I carry.
Tim's got one. He uses it every now and then.
He hasn't migrated over, and that's fine. What I did when I counseled him on it was they're so cheap. They're like $100. I says, Tim, just buy, if you're wanting to get into it, and I sent him the link. I says, buy these $100 radios, and if you hate it, you're out $100, and you can get $50 back out of it. So what's to lose?
And it'll bind to any receiver.
Almost any, because you can't say any, because there's a couple of weird companies out there, but it's so obscure. So all my Spectrum stuff binds right to it. And is the learning curve shitty? Absolutely. Can you do it? Absolutely. Is there phone support? Absolutely not. But is the web open 24 hours a day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a thread right on RC groups that teach you how to do anything, and you don't even have to ask the question because you just do a search.
Yeah.
How do I bind my Spectrum receiver to? And there'll be a thread a mile long, and you'll get it at 2 o'clock in the morning. I bring just a few airplanes with me when
Is that waterworthy?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it?
That's actually where I fly. I never come to the club. I walk 450 feet from my house to the lake, and that's where I fly mostly. Over half of my airplanes have floats on them.
You live in Mount Dora,
Very near there in Zellwood,
Bellwood?
home of the Sweet Corn Festival.
Yeah.
Used to be. Now we don't do any of that stuff. But this one joins me, and the original timber, the 540 behind me, and 3 drones. I think that's about. Oh, and I have
It's amazing. You can fly and talk too.
Well, you know what it does? It forces me to divide my attention, because if I didn't divide my attention, I kid you not, Charlie, I'd concentrate too much and I'd crash.
A lot of guys that come up and say, "Get away from me! I can't."
No, it's the
fly."
exact opposite. That's why I video every
Get away.
every flight.
Okay. I can't fly and talk.
What happened was me and Eric were in helicopters,
Yeah.
and I found that when I concentrated too much, I was more likely to crash. So what?
Well, I can F up.
Oh, it's terrible. So, and how I found out was by accident. Back 15 years ago, me and my buddies all over the world from RC Universe were diagnosing each other's helicopter problems, and I just started running my mouth. And
Found out if you talk, you fly better.
yeah, because I'd concentrate too hard. I'd literally over-concentrate. Isn't that hard to believe?
Yeah.
And then another buddy of mine from Australia, he said the same thing. He goes, "Brian, I can fly a whole lot better talking to you." And then he bought me an airplane.
Hey, mate.
He goes, I just told this story.
20
flying today,
seconds.
mate?
11.1.
He buys me an airplane. He goes, "Brian," I knew him for like 2 years online. "Brian, what's your address? No questions asked."
9,
So he sends me an airplane
7,
and a battery.
6, 5, 4, 3,
Landing.
You better land it.
I actually have another 5 minutes.
elapsed.
One of the funny, so he buys me an airplane,
Throttle
Nice.
mails it to me, and he goes,
11.
"Enjoy the airplane." And I got it.
December the 26th, you said this to this lady.
Yes. So I like to live through people like your
You
wife,
pull the drawer out, stick it.
because really, I mean, if in the real world, you know, if you tell,
What do I get?
but when you're, you know,
3 reprimands and you're fired.
Throttle active.
yeah, that's pretty shitty. Just let me know if you need some help. And don't mix these up, okay? Taking off. Oh man, let's see if I can I want to get a little video of yours. You love these planes or what?
Oh yeah. I like the bigger one.
Oh yeah. The problem is, for me, it won't fit below deck. Keep them out of the trees, right? Height. It sounds like a fake Cockney accent. Spectrum is a fake Cockney accent. So how much battery you got left?
2 seconds.
No, I mean when you check it.
Oh, probably around
20 what?
20%.
Yeah. Yeah, I love these things. My friend in Virginia has one of the big ones. Ooh, what am I buying myself? They have a crack yak that's this size.
Right.
I'm going to buy myself the biplane for Christmas next year.
Okay.
And I got to get another stabilized receiver because I'm a pussy. Now it's not stabilized now, but if I flip a switch, it
There's
is.
no stabilization.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
always
just straight.
fucking hate your guts because of that, but whatever. Okay, let's see if I can get us
You gotta
both
fight
here.
through it.
Well, no, you're right. You're
It took me
Yeah.
It took me a long time.
well,
to
you're
come out
consistent
here.
too. I was just musing a minute ago on here. Let's see if I can get us both on video. I was just musing a minute ago that for 62 days I will not have driven an automobile, and I don't want to say anything else. But yeah, I would not have driven an automobile or flown. Yeah, I got video going. How it's hold mode. Isn't that neat? It just has made me such a better pilot. And a friend of mine had been after me for 2 years. 2 years. He goes, listen, they're great. And I go, no, it's ugly, and it's expensive, and no. And he goes, well, you're wrong, and you need to do what I tell you to. And I helped him out too. He's out of Illinois. His name's Tony. I got him into FPV. He is so hooked. All he does now is fly whoops. Tiny whoops. And then he got me hooked on tiny whoops again because they're better than they were 2 years ago. Let's see if I can get a little more video. Whoop. All right, well, my mission is to try to come out one more time next week. And if I can't, I wish you and your girlfriend very well, and I hope you can, I hope somebody drops a car in your lap.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well,
I appreciate it.
it ain't got to be new.
They're greedy, dude. They're greedy. The whole thought of buying a car and then paying to use it is nauseating to me.
What did I tell somebody the other day? I bought a 93 Toyota 4Runner, and I used now I bought used, but I used an auto broker. Doesn't Carvana do something like that?
Yes, I believe that they do.
Yeah, look into Carvana. That way you don't have to. I'd rather pay slightly more than, as far as I'm concerned, I told you this earlier, one of the most demeaning, crappy things I have to do in my adult life is go negotiate with monster drink, coked up car salesmen.
Yeah, I hate them. They're liars. They're just flat out liars.
So consider Carvana. I've heard good things.
Yeah, but they don't sell new cars.
Well, I mean, there is something to be said for it, because when I bought my Toyota, I bought it in warranty.
Okay.
And I saved a bundle. I told them what color I wanted, what year I wanted, and how many miles were on it, and they delivered it to me in 1994.
Yeah, I want all the bells and whistles. Just the whole thought that I have to pay to use them.
The better of the two flyers you saw, me. That dude don't know.